Affordable places to live in the USA. Today, I'm going to go over what a lot of people are searching for right now with the economy the way it is and the recession and budgets tightening, everything else. A lot of people are starting to consider different places to live within the US. And I want to kind of give you some resources so you can study this yourself, whether you come to Wichita, Kansas or not. This isn't necessarily just a promotion of Wichita, Kansas only. It's just all the affordable cities. And of course, I'm going to show you some of our city and some of our resources I've built for you to make your own decisions, do your own research, and show you a little bit how we operate in deciding whether or not that's what you want to do. But first of all, my name's Ben Meyer. I'm a local realtor here in Wichita, Kansas. Been born and raised here my whole life, but I love to travel and visit other cities. But this is my hometown. This is where I'm from. And this is where I've planted my flag of saying this is where I'm going to build my real estate career. So I have that local knowledge, boots on the ground. You'll be working with me and my partner Rico directly. I'm not going to hand you off to a team or anything like that. But first of all, if you could please like, comment, subscribe, share. If you would also check out some other videos on here, which I'll get into. That really helps the channel grow, helps me as a local realtor on everything, and supports the little guy, if you will, then supporting the big companies like Zillow, Realtor.com, all those others. So fighting the good fight against those guys that don't really care about you quite like I do as a realtor. So then with all that, I'm going to go ahead and get into it, share my screen, and try to keep this under 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, hopefully. But I'm very passionate and detailed, and I like to give people as much value as possible, but sometimes that can be long-winded. So I'm going to get into that now. Quit flapping my jaws and just start showing everybody everything. If I can find where my share screen went. 1 second. There it is. Okay. So if you quickly just type in on Google, affordable places to live in the United States, obviously this is a really good way to research different cities, different markets, what they're like, that kind of thing. And if you notice, a good amount of them are in the Midwest, as far as like Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, that's not too far away. Tulsa, Oklahoma, it's fairly close to. Kansas City is about 3 hours from here. St. Louis, about 6. Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa. And if you scroll down a little bit, our little town of Wichita is in there. And if you've never heard of Wichita, Kansas, to give you an idea, it's the biggest city in Kansas. And we don't all live on farms. We're not all hicks. I call it a little big town. It's probably the way to look at it. Let's pull up Google Maps just to show you where it's at. If you've never heard of Wichita, Kansas. But that's one way to start researching affordable places to live, is just go type it into your Google search bar, Yahoo search bar, whichever one you're looking for, and start looking around at all these different places to live so you can compare everything that goes with it all and do your own research. So type in Wichita, Kansas. Here's where we're at. Most people never heard of us. They're pretty amazed with how much we have going on around here. So this gives you an idea. The city size, metro population area size is about 600,000 on everything when you take into account everything. You scroll way out, like there's Kansas City, there's Oklahoma City, gives you an idea of where we're at. In the middle of everything, we have a pretty darn good job market. And what you're going to see here pretty shortly is the housing market's pretty awesome too on everything. So that gives you an idea of where it's at on the map. You never heard of it. So if you go to this Forbes article, this is one that I recently found talking about the 10 cheapest states to live in for 2023. And honestly, I see this happening for 2024 as well. But this Forbes article is going over, I'll kind of show you what we're looking at. And they got Mississippi as 1 and Kansas as number 2. It's pretty cool to look at. And it's not just cheap houses, it's the value of houses. It's also what you can make with, like, you got to get the job in order to pay for the house too. But with everything going remote work and online digital work, people are starting to reassess where they want to live, how they want to live, that kind of thing. And hopefully this will shed you some light on some more affordable cities, places to look at, and how to assess making this big life change and transition with everything. So if you look at like how Forbes is calculating this, they're going over the cost of living index, meaning like what do people spend? The American household spends about $5,111 on living expenses each month, comes out to about $61,000 a year on everything. So they look at the cost of living index. That's how they calculated this. Obviously, if you really want to get detailed in all this, I'm trying to go as fast as possible and respect your time. get this article, do your research, take this video as just a precursor to help you get the wheels turning on everything. So they look at cost of living index on everything. They also look at average salaries, like how much money you can make within an area, and then obviously housing availability for researching what $150,000 to $300,000 house can get you in that area. And that's where I'll show you here in a second some of the YouTube videos that can help you, research this. Also, some of the resources I built for studying and learning about Wichita, Kansas specifically for this. But, a lot of people are looking into more affordable places to live in the USA, with economy tightening, everything tightening, or you're looking to retire or just pace of lifestyle and that kind of thing. So that's the way they look at, cheapest places to live with all things considered, not just what's the cost of the house. You also got to look at the housing market, the lifestyle you're going to lead, that kind of thing. But Mississippi comes in as one of the cheapest. Median single family home costs around $140,000, which is amazing, to be honest with you, for how much you can get there. You can see some of the pros: lowest average housing costs in the nation, transportation costs, warm weather, mild winters, Southern comfort food, some of that. Cons: got a lot of poverty over there, economic concern for your job opportunities. So just because the houses are cheap, what you also got to look at is can you get a job there? Can you be financially prosperous with your job? But that's really a personal question, personal situation. You got to ask yourself, how stable is my job? How much do I see myself continuing to make the money I'm making? Even if I can get a cheaper house, can I make the money I'm making in that city, in that market? That kind of thing. Kansas, where we're at, median cost of a single family home is $176,000. But I will tell you, in the greater Wichita area, it's probably closer to $230,000 on everything. Just if you're going to look at Wichita, Kansas, in the area we're in, our housing costs currently are 27.4% below the national average, low unemployment rate. I have to laugh at this barbecue one. Like, bro, we got barbecue. Like, we're the only ones that have barbecue. Texas has it, Missouri has it, but we do love eating meat out here. So if you're vegetarian, I'm sorry, there's not a lot of us out here. Well, I'm not a vegetarian, but there's not a lot of vegetarians out here. Just giving you a heads up. Frequent tornadoes and extreme droughts, proximity to airports. We have a pretty decent sized airport now in Wichita. And, I know a lot of people are concerned about the tornadoes. But honestly, like, I think I've seen one in my entire lifetime of 35 years on this planet actually hit anything significant and no one died. Plus, we have basements, we have shelters, we have ways to protect that. So I don't really think that's as large of an issue as some people make it out to be. We do have pretty extreme weather. I will admit that. We go all the way from -10 in the winter, all the way up to 110 in the summer. So you get to experience every season, whether you like that or not. There's a lot to experience. We'll put it that way on everything. But that gives you kind of an idea of where Kansas comes in at. Then you got Alabama too. And for the sake of your time, I'm not going to go into all of these, but really just giving an idea of affordable places to live. Also, if you do a quick YouTube search, you can search around that way for everything. That's what I'm getting ready to make this video for people to consider places to live. There's a lot of content out here around places to live. Do your own research. But I want to kind of give you some tools, resources, avenues if you're looking for a more affordable place to live. And then obviously promoting Wichita, Kansas. This is my YouTube channel that you're looking at, seeing right now. I put a lot of content out here around what it's like to live in Wichita, the real estate, the lifestyle, how to win in real estate, everything that goes with all that. So, I'm very passionate about putting content out there to be more of an educational resource and a service and a guide than being like the super pushy salesperson that's just trying to chase a commission check. It's really about giving away all the secrets of real estate, making this big mystery not such a mystery on everything. So feel free to scroll around, check all that out as far as what Wichita's like. The other resource I'd like to offer for you is my website, wichitahomehero.com. We do a lot of reloads. We do a lot of buying and selling in the Wichita area. Like last year, we did 104 units. And not to say that like to brag, just to give you an idea of competency, and we know what we're talking about. And we're not some hacks. And the way we do that is through our digital online service with past client reviews. But a good way to look at this is to look at different areas within here, like West Wichita, Maize, Goddard, Hayesville, Derby. Just start to scroll and research the community. You can actually go look at it by like cities that are in and around here, schools, neighborhoods. How do I buy a home? How do I build a home in Wichita? Sell my house? All these things go with this. So this is really a resource center for you to really study what it's like to live in Wichita and get an idea of it and see what schools are like, or what, sorry, I just read schools, to see what the city's like, what housing is like, and all that. So let me go ahead and click on like Andover to give you an example, because this is a popular one with a good school district a lot of people are moving to. But if you click on like the Andover community, it'll load, scroll around on here, and it'll kind of give you an idea of what's in the area, what the community's like, what the housing is like over here in Andover. In Andover, the city, as you can see, is a suburb of the Wichita area, but this will help you really study what the area is like. So here's Wichita proper on everything, but Andover, you can see right where the city boundaries go and where things are at there. It gives you an idea of like businesses, things around the place, that kind of thing. Also, we'll show you like nearby listing, market trends, basic profile, local info, demographic. And then from there, you can kind of research what, a $300,000 house can get you, like this 620 East Shade Street. That's actually one of our listings with EXP and Steve Meyer's Urban Cool Homes. So for $309,000, you can get a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2354 square foot house. Or like this one, depending on what location it's in, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,084 square feet. Let's see what else we can get for this area. Quick search by area just really helps you research the entire area of what's out here. And honestly, we'd appreciate if you support us instead of the big guy like Zillow and Realtor. Support the little guy on everything. There's 167 available properties in Andover. And from there, you can kind of keep searching around what you can get for your money on here and everything that goes with that. So you can start doing your market research of like what it's like to get a house here and then get a job here and move here and all those things that come with all this. But hopefully so far you can see like how affordable compared to like the rest of the country we are and what you can get for your house here. But you're also seeing a good amount of these are pending. You can also see what's active and really get to studying the market on everything and going from there. And just to give you an idea of like how we handle things in our back end, like if you do sign up on our website, we don't call the heck out of people like you do here. We kind of run a very similar model to Zillow, where we put houses out there, we put content out there, we put information out there from a local standpoint, and then we look for you to respond, or we'll send text messages or emails. And a lot of what we send is like property alerts, just keeping sending you houses type of thing, because we know the main thing you want is houses. And then we might have a little bit of touch and communication, but really we go at your pace. So if you're somebody that's really hot to get a house, we can go put you in the daily. Not so much, you're like weekly and then bi-weekly. So we match you on what you're trying to do on everything. So I just want to give you an idea of what it's like to sign up on our website, do research, send us a message. We're not going to bombard you and harass you, and if anything, the carriers are kind of preventing all that. We just take more of a service approach to helping you research. Do I want to move to Wichita or not on everything? Because it is a very affordable place to live. It's a very good place to raise and grow a family. I can't get any further than this because I can't give away anybody's personal information as far as like their phone numbers, emails, anything like that. YouTube will delete this off of here, and I'm not having that happen. Right now, you can't see any of that. So YouTube, please don't delete this. And so that gives you an idea of how to research affordable places to live in the US, not just Wichita. But obviously, I'm biased. I'm going to promote Wichita because that's where I'm at and that's where I work in. But that'll give you some resources to go on some Google searches of affordable places to live, YouTube and some affordable places to live. Obviously, I'm going to throw our hat in the ring for Wichita, Kansas, and what it's like to live here. Go check out my YouTube channel, which you're probably watching right now. Go check out my website and see what's going on there. And then I'd be happy to be a resource for any personal consideration you have for your situation on everything, and much more of a service-based approach than like a salesy, pushy, commission breath type of approach with everything. Through education, through knowledge, through service, for putting things out there. If you like this content, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Check out some of my other videos on there. Go look at the website and all that. But hopefully this was helpful for you to figure out more affordable places to live in the US. And then hopefully you'll consider Wichita too and everything you have going on there. If you want to shoot me a message or get in touch with me, sign up on the website, respond to the systems, respond to what we have going on there. And then I'll get to you as soon as I can with everything, because it's just me and Rico. I'm not some big mega team and I can't honestly take on everyone. We just kind of take on the ones that need the most immediate help and service right away. But I'm happy to be a resource and of help with you. And hopefully we'll talk to you soon. See ya.